God, we are so grateful that you've gathered us together on this day in unity and in harmony, collaborating, moving, working together, being real, getting with the people, doing what you called us to do in your power. We will be victorious. And no, we are not going back. We thank you for this day, for all of the leaders who have come out and blessed this endeavor. And may we all know we are just getting started. In your name we pray. Amen.
Good evening, everyone. So today we're gathering together as a coalition. For those who may not know, Voting is Power, Pittsburgh Regional Coalition. We're about 31 members strong. You see some of the representatives here. So I'm going to call out some of the names. And again, we have League of Voters Women, BPAP, Just Harvest, John Lewis Regional Coalition, Vote Riders, NAWCP, Urban League of Greater Pittsburgh, VEAM, YWCA Greater Pittsburgh, National Council of Jewish Women, Wake Up the Vote, Black Voters Matters, and a couple of other partners who are not here at the moment. But of course, we have VEAM as well as League of National Council of Negro Women as well. So these are just some of our partners that we have here. Once again, we are nonpartisan. We are apolitical. We do not oppose or support any particular organization, party, or candidate. We are nonpartisan, as I said. So we want to make sure that everyone knows that when you come to meet any of these organizations, we're here to get out the vote, protect the vote, plan to vote, and make sure that everyone is civically engaged because your voice, your vote matters.
Okay, good evening. I'm with the Pennsylvania Coalition of the National Council of Negro Women. Nationally, our president has earmarked an 8-state strategy to get out the vote. Every state has a coordinator that coordinates with 8 or 5 different sections. In Pennsylvania, we have 5 sections. We are strategically planning and identifying partners that we can work with, knocking on doors, going to senior citizens' homes, collecting information that we can distribute to those who may not be able to get out. So we thank Tim Stevens for his leadership and all of you who are serving as leaders because we are serious. It's time to do the right thing.
So I am the Civic Engagement Coordinator for BPEP. And as you know, BPEP has been around since about 1986. And we've been engaged in the community, doing voter engagement, fighting for our democracy. So we have partnered with a lot of these organizations here because we believe and feel that we're stronger together. Okay, we don't need to do it alone. Why keep reinventing the wheel when we can put all the spokes together and make that wheel run? So that's what we're here. That's why we're here today, to launch our VIP fall campaign. We want to make sure that everybody has the right to vote. Some of the things that are coming up tomorrow is National Voter Registration Day. And so we have probably about 6 or 7 locations throughout the city that we will be doing pop-up voter registration. On the Hill, the League of Women Voters and BPEP will be at Salim's Market and on Center Avenue. On the north side, we have the John Lewis Transformative Justice Coalition with Yvonne Rating, who will be on East Ohio Street and throughout the north side. In Homewood, we will have Celeste Taylor, Will Anderson, and Ron King over at the gazebo on Frankstown Avenue. And at the Pittsburgh International Airport at Spirit, we'll have Kenneth Miller doing some voter registration. Also in Wilkinsburg, Wake Up the Vote. Wake Up the Vote will be in Wilkinsburg. And East Hills will have VEAM going through the community doing some canvassing. So tomorrow we'll be all there, all at once, as one, trying to synchronize throughout the city the importance of voting. So look for us throughout your community. On October the 10th, we are hosting a congressional forum, which will be held down at Point Park, and that'll be Thursday, October the 10th. The doors are open at 5:45 p.m. On October the 15th, the 17th, and the 24th, we'll be doing some eat, meet, and greets. All this information will be on BPEP's website. Um, and also you'll be able to find it on our social media. So we want to just make sure that y'all are familiar with some of the things that are going on. There will be others that are going to be talking about the other programs that we are collaborating on. So we got a lot of things going on here, and you can call 412-212-8775. That's 412-212-8775. Also, this Saturday, we're going to be doing voter registration blitz in Johnstown. So listen, if you want to take a ride up and help get the people in Johnstown registered to vote, please call 412-212-8775. Okay, who is next? Ron Bandies, will you step up and represent Veeam?
Thank you, Lorraine. I'm Ron Bandies. I'm the Vice President of Veeam, the Voter Education Empowerment and Enrichment Movement. And we've been doing business in Allegheny County since about 2017. Our big efforts are in voter education, get out the vote, and we organize meet and greet, as well as assisting with BPEP and the League of Women Voters in their candidate forums. Thank you.
So next we have Yvonne Rainey come up and just give us a quick overview of what the John Lewis Transformational Justice Coalition does and how they're going to help get out the vote.
Well, thank you all, and teamwork does make the dream work. My name is Yvonne Rainey. I am with the John Lewis Transformative Justice out of Pittsburgh, D.C., and what we're doing is talking about your right to vote. For those, the late, great John Lewis, you know, he laid his life down. He was in battle, and we are in battle, and we say boots on the ground. But it's so important that we remember how precious our vote is, important our vote is, and it change, democracy, freedom, choice. So never forget, every vote counts. On October 5th, we're having a concert in the park on the north side, y'all, but y'all know y'all are welcome. The Freedom Riders are coming in. It's going to be in West Park by February from 2 to 5. We're looking for talent, local talent from Pittsburgh to showcase their talent. Also, we're having different trucks and vendors. So I encourage you, please join us because teamwork does make the dream work. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne. Now we're going to have Judy, who is from the League of Women Voters, speak.
Hello. The League of Women Voters is a very active partner with all of these other organizations. And one of the main things I want to bring up today is our online voters guide, vote411.org. Vote411.org. It is live now. You can put in your home address and see all the candidates' pictures, their bios, and their answers to several questions. You decide which candidates represent how you feel on issues. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. Now we have Rachel from the National Council of Women.
Hi, yeah, I'm with the National Council of Jewish Women, Pittsburgh section, and we've been working for decades to support voting rights, getting out the vote, ensuring that everyone has what they need in order to get registered into the ballot box. We've seen, increasing misinformation, attempts to put up barriers to voting, and a lot of ways that just trying to discourage voters from showing up. But we know that the tide is shifting, and really at the forefront of that are our young voters. Right now, 60% of 18-year-olds in Allegheny County still need to get themselves registered. And so this Thursday, we're joining with a number of other organizations here for the Allegheny Youth Vote Huddle, where we'll be bringing together students from high school students from all around the region to learn about voting, how to get registered, and to get ready to hold voter registration drives at their schools. Yeah, I'll turn it over. It's at the Heinz History Center.
Thank you. Now we have Crystal come up from Vote Riders to give us a little information about if you're not registered and you need a voter ID, how you can partner with them to get that.
Hi everyone, my name is Crystal Martha Knight, and I'm with Vote Riders, and what we do is exclusively work on voter ID education and assistance. So what that means is we go to shelters or food pantries, high schools, wherever, resource fairs, wherever we can to help people who lack ID, because we know an ID here in Pennsylvania is $39.50 up to $42.50, and that's a lot of money for a lot of people. So we want to make sure people have that ID that they need to vote when they vote in their precinct for the first time. And we will be having some volunteer canvassing events, date TBD at the moment, but we will be giving out some gift cards for those folks who will be door knocking with us. And yeah, and we'll also be at the youth huddle as well. So that is it.
All right, thank you, Crystal. And again, you can go to their website if you need to get information about how to get a voter ID card, as well as making sure you get your driver's license or state ID in order to vote. So next we have Black Voters Matters come up, and we're going to give it to, you want to speak on behalf of what your organization does?
Well, I'm Pastor Snyder. I'm speaking on behalf of Bethel AME Church and the African Methodist Episcopal Church, who have been doing voter engagement since 1787 with the starting of the Free African Society. And our 38 churches surrounding Allegheny County all the way up to Erie have been doing phone banking, and we have our Get Out the Vote campaign. Bethel AME Church on the 26th of this month will be having our trunk or treat, where we'll have free food, bouncy houses, cash giveaways, and food for everyone in the community, and especially for the children to come out in positive outfits on that day. Positive outfits. We've been engaging in phone banking for the last several months, and we're now concentrating around the Hill District. So if you get called from our phone bankers, be gentle, be nice. They're just trying to make sure that you're registered if you need voter ID or if you need a ride to the polls. And we're getting ready to launch a campaign where we're going to go to the senior citizen places and pick up seniors and take them in to do active voting right down to the precinct, down to the voter registration office. So listen, voting just is not new to America. Many of you know the story of Jonah, who's supposed to went to Nineveh, but he went to Tarshish, and he was on a ship, down at the bottom of the ship, asleep. And the people on the top took a vote. They was trying to figure out who made the ocean so angry. And I'm just trying to tell you, there's a storm going on. Don't be in your house sleeping while voting is taking place. There's a big storm over the sea. You see it. I got to stay nonpartisan. It's a big storm raging on the ocean. And I'm encouraging you to exercise your right to vote. Don't be caught sleeping at the bottom of the boat.
Thank you, Pastor. Next, we're going to bring up Elaine from Wake Up the Vote to give us a quick overview of what they do in their organization.
Okay, this is the Family Support Center, Wake Up the Vote. We've been going all over the community, doing whatever we can. We try to reach those people that are the most hard to reach. We want to be on the telephone poles. We want to turn eyesores into nice places where there's information about voting. We knock on doors. We make sure we go to places in the community where they're having events so that we can make sure the word gets out about the importance of voting in this election.
Thank you. Also, if you guys want a special customized, let me come up here, Elaine, customized voter sign that's very nonpartisan but very attractive, contact Elaine, and they do have a lot of these that's custom made if you like particular, but again, they're nonpartisan. Just remind everyone to get out to vote, and they can do it in a nice, snazzy way as well.
Just Harvest. Who's here from Just Harvest? Come on over. We don't want to miss anybody. Did we miss anybody?
Hi, everyone. My name is Dana Dolney. I am the grassroots organizer at Just Harvest, and we're thrilled to be partnering with all of our friends in VIP again this year. We're going to be doing our part to drive people to the polls. We are currently supporting an upcoming event. If anyone wants to join us in celebrating Vote Our Future tour with a Pittsburgh rally with Network and Nuns on the Bus. Nuns on the Bus. We're going to be at Freedom Corner and Crawford Street and Center Avenue on October 5th at noon. So we'd love to see you there, and we're going to also be working with our partners here however we can to drive people to the polls and hopefully get people out to some of those satellite locations and do a party at the polls together. So thank you all for your support.
Thank you. I want our community organizer to share a moment what we're doing with signs, yard signs, and other signs.
Hi, yes. BPEP is now engaged in passing out voter registration and notification signs. Our signs are being distributed from our office. You can reach us at 412-212-8775. Those signs are being distributed now. We'd love for you to get involved and engaged with distributing our signs. Real quick, temperature check with the crowd that we're together, guys. Let's help welcome the people with a real quick chant, all right? On the count of three, we're going to say, your vote matters. 1, 2, 3. Your vote matters.
Your vote matters.
Yes. But also, Chairman, you want to speak on the sign?
It's a microphone.
Thank you.
These are, this is a copy of our yard sign that are going throughout the city and the region. Shows you when to vote, when registration ends, what you have to do on November 5th, and if you have any election issues, election protection issues, to call 212-8775. These will be all over the city. This little piece of paper is a very powerful piece of paper. It's a ticket to liberation. It's a ticket to education. A ticket to motivation. With all that's going on in our black and brown communities, the poor communities, what those with disabilities must deal with, those who are LGBTQAI, what that group must deal with, issues of climate change, the attack on women that we thought was resolved 50 years ago, in terms of what women must do, what they feel they need to do, and how they choose to raise their families and to create families. We're at a moment now, many of us have been at these affairs and these events where we may have said and meant this was the most important election in our lifetime. Well, November 5th, 2004, 2024. I've been around for a minute, couple minutes. None of us standing here has seen a moment that is more important than the one coming up on November 5th. If you want your rights to vote, which some people have attempted to deny black and brown and young people and others, if you want to decide what presidential candidate, what Senate candidate, what congressional candidate, and on a local level, those across the state, U.S. senators, state legislators, and those in the other tickets, other part of the ticket. What we asked for BPEP when we started this 39 years ago, we asked for people to vote their interest. We're not going to tell you who to vote for, but we're going to ask you to look at what you need in your life, in your family's life, in your community's life. If it's a racial thing, who is going to help you particularly as black folks who not yet to be 100% in this country. Who is going to meet our needs, aspirations, and concerns? And don't let anyone tell you your vote does not count. Ask Al Gore in 2000 in Florida. After about a month of legal activities, it was decided that George W. Bush won the election by 537 votes. That's less than the number of people in the buildings that can possibly hear my voice. 537 votes. In 2016, if you like Donald J. Trump or not, he won the Electoral College by collectively 77,741 votes. Less than 80,000 votes between 3 states, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Less than 80,000 votes. 20 to 30,000 less than the number of people who will watch the Penn State Nittany Lions on a Saturday in Happy Valley. That's how tight these races are. So on November 5th, we cannot stay home. As my pastor said, you cannot be in the basement. If you are in the basement, you need to come out into the light. You can vote absentee or in advance, but you need to vote. Because on November 6th, some folks are going to be very happy if the election has been resolved. Some folks are going to be very upset. But you need not be upset if you did not take the time to empower yourself, your family, and your community. This is the moment. We must seize it. We must seize the moment.